on the grey skies. Interruption play. Impressive Mustafizu. He's found a little bit of each way movement, and because of that, 2 slips in the gully. Quickly strike. And to me, the key thing, we talked about slingy actions. Both seam bowlers have slingy actions. Otis Gibson is the new acquisition bowling wise for Bangladesh. And for me, with Mustafizu, it's the height of the arm, meaning where the left arm is in proximity to the ear, but the wrist position as well. Still slightly laid off on the left. Compared to Rubel, who's slingy as well, but I think Rubel has a more upright wrist position, just slightly. Brilliantly bowled. But the more Mustafizu can maybe keep the bowling arm release point at its optimum height and keep the wrist strong, not laid off too much with the new ball, and see more deliveries like that.
What a delivery it was. He's got very supple wrists. At the last moment, it's very difficult for the batsman to pick it up. Just adjust it slightly heavy to either make the ball cut away, or maybe something that's impressed me, that wicket, he brings the ball back in. Now that's deviating down the leg side, which he hasn't done too often. He's been pretty accurate. His forte is the one to the right-handed batsman that goes away, the off-cutter. But today, he's been striving to bring the ball back in, cut the ball back in. That's resulted in one of the wickets.
You see the impact with the seam position, which is because of that slightly laid off wrist. The seam is not highest point as it travels down, but as long as he can subtly control the wrist and the angle of the seam, a significant bowler returning to some of his best form.
Yes, it's been a while for him to get back into rhythm, but during the Bangabandhu T20 just got into its own and seemed to be more comfortable coming into bowling exactly what he wants to do. He has brought in a new aspect to his ball. That's why that ball down the leg side. Just trying to bring it back in, which he hasn't succeeded previously.
Famous player of the series in the Bangabandhu T20 Cup. Prior to coming into this ODI series against the West Indies, so that tells you a little bit about his form. You remember those cutters and white ball cricket in various tournaments around the world in years gone by when the shoulder injury came.
Problem this year in. Hit while earlier, given a leg by, got a bit of hammy problem. Yeah, that's it. Oh, this did not look too good.
Soft tissue injuries are a significant factor for a lot of teams post-pandemic cricket. We saw Sri Lanka topple over in South Africa in that first test match, losing a significant portion of their team. We saw India, a number of their players succumbing to injury, particularly bowlers, but not exclusive.
Players are a bit rusty. Andre McCarthy is 34 years old. this is very picked up. Anjali is trying to run fast, and in the process, seems to be just pulling up as he completed the run. Got a bit problem holding his left hamstring muscle, and just hope that the magic spray does his work and a little bit of hamstring going back. Maybe a little out of sorts, not in top-notch cricket, competitive cricket for a while.
Both himself and Jason Mohammed at the crease. Their last competitive game was March 2020. Other members of the tour, Rahman Powell was previously in New Zealand. De Silva was in England. He was in New Zealand. He played in the CPL last year. So he's had some cricket, as well as Nkrumah Bonner, Kyle Mears as well. Reefer also was in New Zealand. He was saying maybe last played in Euro CPL back in September. Shamar Holder and Joseph have been on consecutive tours, so quite a few of them have been active. Not McCarthy, not Jason Mohammed.
Well, they'll be hoping that all the time away from competitive cricket does not really hurt them. So they looked at the wicket, that ball just cut back in, something that Mustafizur Rahman, as I mentioned earlier, was striving earlier in his career. Back in, just jacking back. And then what a spectacular catch that was. Brought the smile on his face, and why not? Acrobatic take there by Biton Dar. Like the idea of the two slips Stilton persisted with in the 8th over. Tamim Iqbal has not really allowed the batsman to just dictate terms. He's kept a tight leash on proceedings, and the bowlers are doing well to bowl to their field. There you go, alongside Mushfiq Khan, always there to cheer his fellow players, and the gully in place too. Anything cutting away, you better be wary.
Hand on it, a cover that would have raced away for 4. McCarthy manages to get through for a couple. 31 for 2-8 gone.
আমার কিন্তু ভালো ঠেকছে না।
নাহলে আজকে মাখিয়ে থাকবো।
কিভাবে?
শুধু রাঁধলে হয় না, যত্ন লাগে, যত্ন।
ডেডিকেটেড রিফাইনিং লাইনের সম্পূর্ণ প্রাকৃতিক গুণ অক্ষুণ্ণ রেখে পরম যত্নে তৈরি হয় বসুন্ধরা ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল। বসুন্ধরা ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল, যত্নে গড়ে রত্ন ফোটা।
মজাটা আমাদের মধ্যে মিলছে, হালকা সুযোগ পেলে বেরিয়ে আসে, ঠিক যেমন ফ্রুটফিল কাগজের ভেতর থেকে বেরিয়ে আসে স্ট্রবেরি, ম্যাঙ্গো আর লিচুর অলমাইক স্বাদ। ফ্রুটফিল, আসল মজা ভেতরে। দেশের জন্য একটি ভালো কাজ করে হলেও একযোগ করা আমাদের দায়িত্ব। আসুন, বাংলাদেশের 50 বছরের গৌরব, দেশের জন্য একযোগে কাজ করি, আটা ছড়িয়ে ইন্টারনেটে ছড়িয়ে দিন। রান্নার ভিডিও অথবা রেসিপি ও খাবার সহ আপনার ছবি পাঠিয়ে রেজিস্ট্রেশন করুন সেরারাধুনী.com এ। অংশ নিন দেশের সবচেয়ে বড় কুকিং রিয়েলিটি শোয়ে, জিতুন 15 লক্ষ টাকা।
আমার মতো আপনারাও জানেন ডায়রিয়া সহ যে কোনো পানি শূন্যতায় আমার রাস্তা এসএমসি রোড স্যালাইনে। কেনার সময় প্যাকের গায়ে এসএমসির লোগো দেখে কিনবেন।
এসএমসির ও স্যালাইন।
Here we go again. This is something that Rubel Hussain really needs to avoid. He's got this penchant of bowling short pitches. You can see from his demeanor that he's not too happy with himself. He wants to use one of the two new balls from either end. Pitch it up. A little bit of touch of green on the track itself to get the perfect overhead conditions to help swing the ball. Why waste it? time Rubelos and bowls the ball, he's trying to show how he should bowl from up here in the comp box. He's trying to guide him.
He just looks a little bit more upright in his delivery for me compared to years gone by. And that's a good thing. And Otis Gibson, even while Otis was coaching the West Indies, whenever the West Indies played Bangladesh, he would remark how much he admires what Rudolph Hussain has to offer. Strong, bustling, slingy action. Just looks as though he's standing a bit taller, slightly taller in his action. And that's one of the things that can happen when you get over your front leg and release from a high point, that extra bounce. In times past, that left hand and that head would have fallen away significantly. I remember that specifically. It's a lot better now.
He's not getting the type of bounce he's striving for with that back of length delivery. There you go. Once again, it's made batting simpler because it's coming at a comfortable height. The batsman can maneuver the balls and manipulate them, really toppling the batters as such. Nice way that he just turned it around, roll of the wrist. Rebuilding process for the batters.
.34 for 2, 9 gone.